Hi folks, welcome to Two Riders. Today I want to go over what's one of the perfect survival and emergency foods, canned sardines. You might not be familiar with sardines. Stick around. These are low actually zero carbohydrate, zero sugar, 19 grams of fat in a can, which is one serving. It's 150 calories. And it's usually eaten on saltines. I'm going to eat it today on some toasted Italian bread. We're going to get right to it. I'm just going to adjust the camera and get a better angle for you. So here we go. These are from Lidl. You can get sardines anywhere from any store, probably from a dollar store, things like that. Some of them are not wrapped in plastic. Some of them just have colorful cans. Chicken of the sea, things like that. So here we go. What our can looks like unopened. They actually name the species of fish that's on this. I saw it here a second ago. This is a product of Canada, and see if I can see. This is Copia harengus. Sardine is not a specific species of fish, though. It refers to a class of fish that are under a certain overall length. Usually caught in the ocean. This is the North Atlantic. And pretty much they have a universal pull tab. Pull it up. Dogs are barking. I think somebody might be getting ready to come in the front door. Okay, we're back to recording now. So here we go. We pop the lid on the can. One thing about sardines is people think that they still have like their insides and stuff. They're not. They're all gutted. They've got the heads cut off, and they're usually laid, well, what would be head to tail like this. And I just spilled a bunch of sardine juice on the counter. Then there's the smell of sardines. The smell of sardines is actually pretty similar to the smell of tuna, and the meat is a light white colored meat, which the taste is very reminiscent of either chunk light tuna or even the darker tuna. This is a big sardine right here. You can see about 2.5 inches, almost an inch across. That's a big chunk of meat. And surprisingly, it looks like there's only just a few in this can because they're so big. See how many I got. They are cooked, thoroughly cooked, and so they do sometimes break apart, like this one's doing. But it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 total fish in this can. Like I say, based on chicken of the sea and some of the others, that's a big sardine. You don't usually see them quite that big. Move them around. Move this one, it's a little smaller, onto a smaller piece of bread. And once you're done, I would recommend rinsing that can out and getting all the sardine bits out of it before you toss it into your trash or your recycling, because it does have a strong fishy smell, and it'll smell up your garbage can or your recycling can. But the easy way to eat these, actually these are so big I wouldn't eat them on a saltine cracker. I'm just going to eat them off of this bread. I'm going to hold the mic away so you don't hear so many chewing sounds. Like I said, pretty similar to me in both texture and flavor to tuna. Most folks, when they open up a can of tuna, they make it into tuna salad. You can do the same thing with a can of sardines. Mash them up, chop them up a little bit. Typically I would put a little bit of mustard, a little bit of mayo, some relish, and some finely chopped celery to make a sardine salad. and either spread it on open face bread or make a sandwich out of it. These are not salty. It's a good, pretty easy to eat. I wouldn't call it a non-fishy fish, but it's not horribly fishy. It's not horribly oily. One can of this is about 40% of your daily recommended amount of cholesterol, though. But you are getting fish oils with it that are natural to the fish. It's not soaked in soybean oil like some of them, but most of us, at least here in the States, probably don't eat fish as frequently as it's recommended by doctors. So if you want to get a couple of feedings of fish a week, is at least 2 doses of, not doses, 2 dishes is recommended. Sardines can easily be one of those, even if you only rotate through maybe a can a month and then eat some other fish. But loaded with protein, easy to eat, fully cooked. The taste is, and the smell is a lot milder than most people might have you think. Sardines used to be a classic workers' food for people who are eating out of a lunch bucket. You'd see folks, maybe a generation older than a lot of the folks who are watching today. Folks would go to work with a metal lunch bucket, open it up, get a can of sardines out, a bunch of saltine crackers, and go to town. Sardines come packed in many, many different things. This was spring water. Sometimes it's packed in oil. The first ones I ever tried were packed in hot sauce. I wouldn't, if you're not a regular sardine eater, I wouldn't recommend you start with the hot sauce. It was a little on the strong side. It was a little hard to get it down, and then there was some heartburn after the fact. Some sardines are also packed in mustard, which would be pretty good. But in your emergency gear, in your pantry, these last for years. Check your date when you buy them, of course. No preparation. You don't even need a can opener. They all the ones I've ever bought just had the lift up and pull off tab. Lots of protein, no sugar. Go to town. It's good for you. So that is my review on the Lidl packed in water sardines. Give them a try. If you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more of them. And thanks again for tuning in.